right here, right now. Trade in and trade up at Victory Honda. Bring in your trade-in and we'll give you 125% of the Black Book value toward the purchase of any newer vehicle on our lot. Trade up. Visit VictorySandusky.com and click on the Black Book icon to value your trade-in. Print it out, bring it in, and we'll give you 125% of that value. Then trade up and actually lower your monthly payment. Hurry, Victory Honda's trade-in, trade-up sales event ends soon. Welcome to this week's Behind the Wheel Show, featuring Gene Capo of Victory Honda of Sandusky. And now, here's Gino.
Hi, Gene Capo here, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back again this week, living large and loving life here at Buckeye Cable Channel 7, the guide channel where you find out what's on. Well, I'll tell you what's on. BehindTheWheelRadio.com is on, and we're here again this week with some great questions. 419-975-9205 with your questions. You guys call them in. We'll throw you in the drawing for a $100 gas card. I wore my nice bright orange shirt, so I look like a push-up today, and I wore it for you guys because it's turning into springtime here at BehindTheWheelRadio.com. It's quite warm. We're also on the radio, you guys, 102.7 WCPZ. That's 102.7 FM every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock a.m. You guys are 1450 a.m. WLEC at 9 a.m. every Saturday, or WPCR, PortClintonRadio.com every single Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m., or go to their website, click on the On Demand tab, get us anytime you need us, or just check out the TV show, again, at Buckeye Cable Channel 7. 7 days a week, 8 o'clock p.m. every single day, rocking it out on the TV show. If you're just joining us, I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, Ohio, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue. We're open 6 days a week, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. to serve you better. We don't close at 6 just because the others do. We stay till 8 because we know that after work, you got to have some time to come and shop for a car. And we got a dandy website too, VictorySandusky.com. So go to our website. 31 actual photos of each car that we own. New car, used car, doesn't matter. There's actual photos of each. None of this stock photo stuff. Just good, solid photographs. 31 of them on each car, and Carfaxes to boot. Every used car's got a Carfax icon right next to it. Just click on it and see the Carfax printed out. You can keep it for free. There's a Black Book icon as well, so you guys can value your cars that you're looking at or value your trade-ins, either one. So it's a great place to start your shopping experience, as is the all-new Victory Honda of Sandusky right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins. Give us a call at the office if you want to, 419-626-1061. I'll hook you up with your favorite salesperson, or if you don't know anybody, we'll hook you up with one of our 12 super knowledgeable salespeople. Guys, they know the products well. They know how to explain them to you. They'll teach you about the benefits of each car and how they will benefit you. We'll talk to you about what your needs are in a vehicle. These guys and gals do not know about price haggling and negotiations. They know about automobiles, so they're not going to try and push you into something you don't want. They're all about telling you about what we have. So great experiences ahead at the all-new Victory Honda. Great questions ahead right here, right now at Buckeye Cable Channel 7. We got Barb from Clyde checking in, William from Port Clinton, and Helen from Sandusky to round out the first part of the show. Let's get right to the questions, you guys. Barb from Clyde writes, I keep getting a check engine light going on and off on my instrument panel. It will come on for 2 or 3 minutes and then shut off for a day or two, and then come back on, just about repeating the same cycle. Any ideas? The mechanic next door is baffled too. Barb from Clyde. Well, I'll tell you what, Barb, that check engine light usually triggers a code in the computer in your car. Now, I don't know what kind of car you drive or how old it is, but chances are there's a computer in there. Sometimes they call it a prom. Sometimes they call it a computer. There's a bunch of different names for it, but it's a computer nonetheless. And more times than not, when that check engine light comes on, it triggers a code. The code is supposed to tell us what's gone wrong with your car, whether it's a sensor, whether it's this, that, or the other thing. And oftentimes, even though the light will go off, that computer will store that code in the computer. So what we need to do is bring you in, hook that computer, the computer in your car up to what they call a scope, which is this handheld device. It reads the code stored in the computer, and it'll tell us or give us some idea what's wrong with your car. So that might be the best place to start, is by bringing it into our dealership or one like ours that's got that device. Because plugging your car in, letting it run, seeing what codes are stored on that computer, that's going to tell the tale. Because even though, again, the light may come on, it might go back off, it might just be a sensor, it might just be the light. But the only way to find out for sure is to plug that code reading device into your car and see exactly what's going on there. We'll do it for free here at the All-New Victory Honda. Give me a call at the office, 419-626-1061, Barb, or just stop by the dealership, corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue. We'll be happy to do it for free. It's a pretty easy, simple deal. You just plug it in. It just takes a couple of minutes, and that'll give us an idea. Okay, here are the codes that came up. Here's what's wrong with your car. It's either some sort of sensor, an oxygen sensor, this, that, or the other thing. If the car's running normally, it's probably not a big emergency, but I'll tell you this, sometimes it has to do with fuel mixture. If it's an oxygen sensor, a fuel sensor of some kind, and can really affect your fuel economy, Barb. And that is a big deal these days with gas being $4 billion a gallon or whatever it is today. You definitely want to get as much fuel economy as you can. So sometimes it's a real simple and easy fix, and a lot of times it can affect your fuel economy in a big, big time. So bring it by the dealership, Barb, because you called on a show. We'll be more than happy to diagnose it for you for free. So that goes for anybody else. If you've got those lights that are intermittent, you guys, we can find out really easy. Even if they're not on when you bring them into the dealership, oftentimes the codes that they produce will be stored in that computer, and we'll still be able to find out even though the light has gone off. And just because that light went off doesn't necessarily mean the problem's gone away. Okay, it might be a problem with the sensor that's triggering that light. It may be a problem with your engine altogether. And the worst part is, a lot of the time, more times than not, it's affecting the fuel economy that you get with your car. Just like in Barb's case, you could be getting 5, 10 less miles per gallon, not even realizing it. And all of a sudden, whammo, it's costing you another $50 or $20 a week, $50 a month, just because that light is on. And many times it's a simple fix. Sometimes it's less than $100 to fix those lights, and more times than not, it's worth it. And sometimes you don't need to do anything. Sometimes it's not a sensor at all. It's just something that happens that triggers the light every once in a while, and there is no reason. But it's free to make sure if you bring it over to the All-New Victory Honda. Barb, bring your car over. We'll check it out for free. We got to go to commercial, you guys. If you're just joining us, this is Gene Capo. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, Ohio, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins. We're here to help you, folks. Behind the Wheel Radio is here to help you in 419-626-1061, or give us a call at the show, 419-975-9205. Call in a question. We'll throw you in the drawing for a $100 gas card, just like Barb, William, and Helen. They're in already, so don't miss out. You guys, $100 still buys a lot of fuel. Not as many gallons as it used to, but it's still quite a bit. So don't touch that dial, guys. We will be right back.
Right here, right now. Trade in and trade up at Victory Honda. Bring in your trade-in, and we'll give you 125% of the Black Book value toward the purchase of any newer vehicle on our lot. Trade up. Visit VictorySandusky.com and click on the Black Book icon to value your trade-in. Print it out, bring it in, and we'll give you 125% of that value. Then trade up and actually lower your monthly payment. Hurry, Victory Honda's Trade-In, Trade-Up sales event ends soon. Welcome to the world of yes. At Victory Honda of Sandusky, we love to say yes. Like yes to guaranteed credit approval, even if you've been turned down elsewhere. Yes to complimentary first oil changes. Yes to complimentary loaner cars. And yes to zero money down. At Victory Honda, there is one thing we say no to. No hassles. Then come into Victory Honda, where we say yes.
Gene Capo here, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back from commercial, living large and loving life here at Buckeye Cable. Channel 7, you guys, the guide channel. We're having a ball here every single day, 7 days a week, 8 o'clock p.m. or on the radio Saturday mornings, you guys, 8 o'clock a.m. at 102.7 WCPZ. Every single Saturday, catch us there, or 9 a.m. at 1450 a.m. radio, WLEC, or at 1030 a.m. WPCR, PortClintonRadio.com, or go to their website. Get us anytime you need us. Just click on the on-demand tab or come to the dealership. Call in a question, 419-975-9205. I triple dog dare you. If you do, and we read it on the air, we'll throw you in the drawing for a $100 gas card. Who wouldn't want that? Gas is $10 trillion a gallon. It's unbelievable what's going on with gas right now. We don't even know why. Why is it? I don't know. Is it the guys in the Middle East? Is it Iran? Is it just the traders? Is it... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the guys at the gas station just pumping up the prices. I don't know. I don't see anybody from... The only person I see raising gas prices is that little gal with the suction cup thingy, putting the new numbers up there. I think that's the gal who's doing it. So somebody talk to her, because it's gotten ridiculous. Although they did go down about 20 cents the other day, so that's kind of cool. Great question so far. Barb checked in. She's got a little check engine light action. We're going to bring her in and see what's going on there. If you're just joining us, my name's Gene Capo. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, Ohio. We're open 6 days a week, you guys. Corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue, right in Sandusky. 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day, Monday through Saturday. The reason we stay up until 8, guys, is because if we go home when you go home, you're never going to get to see us. So a lot of dealerships are just open 1 or 2 nights a week. We're open every single night, every single week. So stop by the corner of Hayes and Perkins or go to our website, victorysandusky.com. We got some great stuff going on there, 31 great photos of every single car we have in stock, new or used. No stock photos, just actual photos of the car, close-ups, far-aways, you name it, we've got it. It's a great place to start your shopping experience. All the Carfaxes are there on every single car. All you can do is point and click, print them out. They're yours to keep for free. Let's get back to the questions. William from Port Clinton says, who has the best finance rate right now? I'm only getting 1.05% on a CD right now. Or should I pay cash for a new car? I'm talking about a $30,000 budget, since that's the amount of the CD, William from Port Clinton. Well, I'll tell you what, William, that's a great question. And if you can spend $30,000 on a car, pretty, first of all, you're a pretty lucky guy, because I don't know about you guys, but not everybody I meet is willing or able to spend that kind of dough. So congratulations on that, William. 1.05%, not very good money, that's for sure. However, from all I read, interest rates are not going down, they're going up. So what you might consider doing, and there's rates right now on Hondas as low as 0.9%, which is ever so slightly below what you are paying out on your CD right now. Although by the time you pay income tax on 1.05%, it's probably below 0.9. So for you, William, you could go either way. I don't think it's a big deal. The cost of what it's going to cost you to finance the car and keep your money liquid in the CD, I don't know. It's probably 6 1/2 dozen the other. You could go either direction. I know this much. If it's in a CD right now, usually those have maturity dates. So by the time you break one and pay a penalty, chances are you're better off taking the 0.9% and keeping your 1.05. You're the only one that knows the details on that, William. So if you want to, give me a call at the dealership, 419-626-1061. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Depending on the car that you pick will determine what interest rate you get in the case of Honda and just about every other manufacturer. So let's do some research and see which way is going to be better from you. There's also some good interest rates on buying and leasing. So if a lease fits you, then you want to keep your money in the bank too. So 1.05%, I got to admit, isn't a whole lot of interest, William, that's for sure. But if you give me a call at the dealership, I'd be more than happy to discuss with you exactly which car you're looking at, what the best interest rates are available. We'll do the math, and then we'll see what fits your lifestyle. You know, are you somebody who doesn't mind making payments, or are you at a point in your life where you just don't want the hassle? That factors into it too. It's not all about math. A lot of it is about, enjoying your life. What do you like to do? If you don't mind doing that sort of thing, great. If you do and you just want to get on with it, pay cash and let's move on. But I'd be more than happy, again, to discuss it with you. If you're just joining us, guys, my name's Gene Capo. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue. So call me with your questions, 419-975-9205. Helen from Sandusky. She writes, what's it mean when my blinker is just staying solid and not making a clicking noise? Helen from Sandusky. Helen, it means your car is remarkably quieter than most, especially when turning. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if the clicking noise is significant. What you may have is a blinker light out. A lot of the blinkers, when you turn them on and there's a blinker light out, some of them have an indicator to them, and usually it blinks real fast. If it's a solid blink, it may be worth investigation, because either your blinker switch is messed up where it's not clicking anymore, and your blinker still works, in which case, you can decide how important that is to you, depending on the age of your car. But what you may want to start with, Helen, is either bring it by the dealership or go in your garage, point your car at a wall so you can see, and turn your blinkers on. Put the garage door down in the back, look out your mirror, and see if you can see that blinker flashing in the back and one flashing in the front, or get somebody to stand outside the car and tell you if your blinker's working. Make sure they're working first and foremost. If they're working okay, then it's just the switch not clicking. and you can decide whether that's worth fixing to you or not, depending on the age of your car. It may or may not be, because those switches can get kind of expensive. So if you want to, Helen, bring it by the dealership. We'll be happy to help you. Corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue, right in Sandusky, or give me a call at the office, 419-626-1061. I'll be more than happy to stand outside your car, check the blinkers for you, make sure the signals are working, and then if you need a switch or anything else for that matter, we'll diagnose it for you for free, find out how much the parts are going to be, and give you a solid deal on anything that you want, Helen. Thanks for calling the show. You're going in the drawing for a $100 gas card, as will everybody else that calls 419-975-9205 or go to BehindTheWheelRadio.com. Submit your questions, you guys. We got to run to commercial. Do not touch that dial. Don't do anything. We'll be right back.
Right here, right now. Trade in and trade up at Victory Honda. Bring in your trade-in and we'll give you 125% of the Black Book value toward the purchase of any newer vehicle on our lot. Trade up. Visit VictorySandusky.com and click on the Black Book icon to value your trade-in. Print it out, bring it in, and we'll give you 125% of that value. Then trade up and actually lower your monthly payment. Hurry, Victory Honda's trade-in, trade-up sales event ends soon. Welcome to the world of yes. At Victory Honda of Sandusky, we love to say yes. Like yes to guaranteed credit approval, even if you've been turned down elsewhere. Yes to complimentary first oil changes. Yes to complimentary loaner cars. And yes to zero money down. At Victory Honda, there is one thing we say no to. No hassles. Then come into Victory Honda, where we say yes.
Hi, Gene Capo here, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back from commercial, living large and loving light here at Channel 7, Buckeye Cable Channel 7, that is, the Guide Channel, rocking and rolling through the questions. 419-975-9205 with your questions, you guys. Call one in. If we read it on the air, we put you in the drawing for a $100 gas card. Who wouldn't want that these days? We've had some great questions so far, you guys. If you're just joining us, I own Victory Honda in Sandusky, Ohio, corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue. Stop by or give us a call at 419-626-1061 or visit our website, VictorySandusky.com. We got great pictures of all the new cars and the used cars, 31 pictures of each. Give us a call at the office, 888-ONLY-HONDA. Stop by the dealership at the corner of Hayes and Perkins. We're open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., you guys, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. So we're open late every single night. Come on over after work, after supper, before work, before breakfast. We don't care. Pop by whenever you can. We'd love to show you a car. We've got 10 very knowledgeable salespeople that know the cars like the back of their hands, folks. They don't know about everything. They're not much for being pushy or high pressure. All they know is product, because that's all I teach them. So if you want to know about the Hondas or any of the used cars that we've got in stock, you can start at our website if you want to, VictorySandusky.com. There's, again, great pictures of all of those. There's Carfaxes, everything you need. And then stop by the dealership, talk to one of our knowledgeable salespeople, test drive the car, take it overnight if you want. We're real easy to work with anytime you want to. They'll tell you all about the cars and how they're going to benefit you, not us. So great place to start your shopping experience, and thanks for tuning into the show. We've got some awesome questions. Jessica from Lorain writes in. She says, Gene, I was wondering about storing my car. I'm traveling abroad for the summer for 3 months. What should I do for my car during this time? Jessica from Lorain. I'll tell you what, that's a great question, because a lot of us, well, not a lot of us, some of us get to travel and leave our cars for a while, maybe a month or two at a time. Jessica, the best thing you can probably do, if you're going to leave for 3 months, you might want to think about putting your car up on blocks to start with. The reason you want to get those tires up off the ground is if you leave them there for 3 months, you're liable to get flat spots on them. And sometimes those flat spots won't come out in driving after you get home. So you'll start to drive the car and it'll be hopping around like you're riding over speed bumps all the time. And the reason being is, again, your tires from sitting so long, the rubber will harden and you'll have a permanent flat spot in your tires. So if you're going to leave for 3 months, you may want to think about go ahead and putting them up on blocks, having somebody help you jack the car up in the air, putting something under the axles so those tires are off the ground and not sitting on the floor. If it's outside, inside really doesn't matter. Find a flat spot if you can, a piece of pavement where it's okay, and bring that thing up off the ground and keep it up on blocks. You don't have to, you just may want to. 3 months is a long time. The other thing you can do is put new fluids in the car. Make sure that your oil, transmission fluid, all of those fluids, brake fluid, all of them are up to snuff, your antifreeze and all that jazz. That way when you get home, you got fresh fluids to work with. Other than that, Jessica, especially if it's going to be in the summertime, not really that big a deal. If you can keep the car in the shade, that'd be great. If you keep it nice and clean, that would be nice. Even a car cover would help if you keep it out of the sun, because when a car sits in direct sunlight, it can fade the paint over time. So you might want to consider doing that. Those are really all the things you need to do. If you want to, Jessica, bring your car into the all-new Victory Honda, and we'll service it for free since you called in on the show. We'll tell you exactly what it needs, what fluids need to be replaced, give you an oil change, give you a nice car wax, clean it in and out, sell you a car cover if you want one, all the things you need to store a car properly. And if you want, we can even pop over to the house, put that thing up on blocks for you so you don't have your wheels sitting on the ground. But that's a great question, because a lot of us store a car and then you get home and your car's all crazy and you find out later, geez, I shouldn't have left that thing sitting on the ground for that time. So great question, Jessica. Thanks for calling in. You're going in the drawing for a $100 gas card. Ryan from Tiffin says, my car, let's see, he says, my car seems to be driving itself. When I'm in park, it revs up on its own, and when I'm in drive, I barely touch the gas, and it just takes off. What's going on? Patrick from Findlay. I'll tell you what, Patrick, I don't know how old your car is, but it sounds like you have some issue with the accelerator. On the older cars, there's actually a cable that runs from the engine or the manifold all the way back to that pedal inside the car. And if it can get older, it gets sticky. A lot of times when you tap on the gas, it'll stick, and then boom, you'll get acceleration when you don't want it. It'll rev real high when you don't want it to, because when you take your foot off the gas, it's not coming back down. So that would be the first thing I would check, because that's a dangerous thing to have going on, Ryan, because you've got a sticky accelerator pedal. I don't have to tell you what that means. If it ever sticks wide open, whether you're in neutral or in drive, you're in big trouble, because if you're in drive, the car won't stop very easily, and you could end up in big trouble. Or if you put it in neutral while that happens, or in park, it could rev the engine so high you could damage the motor. So definitely get it to the all-new Victory Honda right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins as quickly and as safely as you possibly can. Let us look at that, because if it's a sticky accelerator cable, that is a very inexpensive and easy thing to fix. However, the results of having a sticky accelerator are not easy to fix, because if you total the car or hurt someone or yourself, it's like I say, the steel and the cable and all that stuff can be replaced easily. The people cannot. So don't leave that one go, Ryan. Get it in here to the all-new Victory Honda as quick as you can so we can check it out for free. And a great question. Thanks for calling it in. Call in your questions, you guys. 419-975-9205. Anytime you want to. They all go in, and if we read them on the air, again, you go in the drawing for the $100 gas card. If you're just joining us, my name is Gene Capo. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, Ohio, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue. We're open 6 days a week, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and we got a dandy website, you guys, victorysandusky.com. So visit us, visit it anytime you want to. We got to go to commercial yet again. So don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Right here, right now. Trade in and trade up at Victory Honda. Bring in your trade-in and we'll give you 125% of the Black Book value toward the purchase of any newer vehicle on our lot. Trade up. Visit VictorySandusky.com and click on the Black Book icon to value your trade-in. Print it out, bring it in, and we'll give you 125% of that value. Then trade up and actually lower your monthly payment. Hurry, Victory Honda's trade-in, trade-up sales event ends soon. Welcome to the world of yes. At Victory Honda of Sandusky, we love to say yes. Like yes to guaranteed credit approval, even if you've been turned down elsewhere. Yes to complimentary first oil changes. Yes to complimentary loaner cars. And yes to zero money down. At Victory Honda, there is one thing we say no to. No hassles. Then come in to Victory Honda, where we say yes.
Hi, Gene Capo here, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back from commercial, living large and loving life here at Channel 7, Buckeye Cable. Every single day, you guys, 8 o'clock p.m., and if radio's your thing, 8 o'clock a.m. every Saturday, 102.7 WCPZ, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., 1450 AM radio, WLEC, or 1030 AM, WPCR, PortClintonRadio.com. Check us out there too, or go to their website, click on the On Demand tab, get us anytime you need us. We've had some outstanding questions this week. Great stuff from everybody. If you're just joining us, my name is Gene Capo. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue in Sandusky. Give us a call at the office if you need yourself a new vehicle. We're talking about 419-626-1061. We've got a dandy website too, you guys, victorysandusky.com. 31 photos of every car that we have, new or used. No stock photos. Don't you hate that? You just click on the car and it's a stock photo. Who wants to see a stock photo? You can see that anywhere. We're talking about actual pictures of actual cars, new and used, 31 pictures of each. The used cars all have a little icon that says Carfax. Click on that, print out the Carfax, look it all over. If it's one you like the looks of, look at the rest of the pictures. The price is clearly there. There's a payment calculator. There's even a black book icon. You can click on that, value the car you're looking at, see how it weighs in with the retail value, or value your trade-in. See where you stand there. Come in with all that information before you even start shopping. Then we've got 12 knowledgeable salespeople. Guys, they know how the cars work. They know how they're best going to benefit you. They will take their time with you. We'll pull the cars inside if it's cold and rainy, show you how they work, make sure that you're comfortable. You can take a nice test drive, take them for a couple hours, take them overnight, whatever you feel comfortable with. We'll give you a deal. You'll be glad you do business with us, folks. We got free car washes for life for all of our customers. You can always bring it in anytime you want to. Get your car washed for free. How cool is that? Great questions this week, you guys. Barb from Clyde's got a check engine light going on and off. Bring in your car, Barb. We'll put it on the scope and check it out. William from Port Clinton. I don't know. 1% isn't very much money on your money. I mean, 1.05% on a CD on $30,000. Lord have mercy, that's terrible. But it may be worth paying cash. It may be worth financing. You could kind of go either way. William, give me a call at the dealership, 419-626-1061. We'll discuss it together, see which one car you're interested in, what interest rate you qualify for, and we'll do the math together. See how it fits your lifestyle. Maybe you're someone who doesn't mind making payments. Maybe you just don't want to hassle with it. We can go either direction in your case. Helen from Sandusky, you got a blinker that's just staying solid and not making the little click, click, click noise. We'll see if it's the switch or actually the blinker, because first thing we want to check is that blinker, because we don't want you to get pulled over by the you-know-who, because if they see that blinker's not clicking, you're going to get yourself a little ticket. So we don't want to do that. Jessica from Lorraine, let's get that car up on blocks. Let's check the fluid levels. Let's get that thing ready to store. Maybe put a wax job on it. Maybe a cover over it, depending on where you're storing it. Ryan from Tiffin, his car's driving itself. Lord have mercy on my soul. Revs up when he's parked. Barely touch the gas and off it goes. So we got to get that thing some TLC before you hurt somebody. Lord have mercy. Because you don't want a sticky accelerator. That is no fun. I promise you that. 419-975-9205. Maybe you got a question. You guys call it in, because we're putting everybody that calls in a question. If we read it on the air, you're going in the drawing for a $100 gas card. And even with gas at $3.50, $4, $5, I don't know what it is, and I don't know where you live, but it's expensive no matter where you are. So get one of those gas cards, and $100 still buys quite a bit of fuel. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll be back next week. We're on 7 days a week. Buckeye Cable, Channel 7, 8 o'clock p.m. This is Gene Capo. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins. We're open 6 days a week, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and we got a dandy website, too. Visit us on the web, you guys, victorysandusky.com. We love you. Happy motoring, and we'll see you next week.
Need expert automotive advice? Email your car question to Gene@BehindTheWheelRadio.com. Tune in next Saturday for Behind the Wheel Radio, featuring Gene Capo of Victory Honda of Sandusky. Right here, right now. Trade in and trade up at Victory Honda. Bring in your trade-in and we'll give you 125% of the Black Book value toward the purchase of any newer vehicle on our lot. Trade up. Visit VictorySandusky.com and click on the Black Book icon to value your trade-in. Print it out, bring it in, and we'll give you 125% of that value. Then trade up and actually lower your monthly payment. Hurry, Victory Honda's Trade-In, Trade-Up sales event ends soon. Welcome to the world of yes. At Victory Honda of Sandusky, we love to say yes. Like yes to guaranteed credit approval, even if you've been turned down elsewhere. Yes to complimentary first oil changes. Yes to complimentary loaner cars. And yes to zero money down. At Victory Honda, there is one thing we say no to. No hassles. Then come in to Victory Honda, where we say yes.